Well, hello everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Welcome to Christy Iwuchukwu's Brilliance TV show. I am super, super excited for today's show. We have a special guest coming to us all the way from Arizona, and I am super excited. But before I talk about my guest tonight, I just want to welcome all of you and let you know what's going on. This is Christy Iwuchukwu's Brilliance TV show, and we do this show every Monday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Again, every Monday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. And I would love for you to be a part of this community because this show cannot exist without you. If you would love to be a guest in this show, please go ahead and email me at info@chosenpathglobal.com. But better yet, I want you to log on to rockyourbrilliance.com, rockyourbrilliance.com, and you can go ahead and register, and I will get in contact with you. Again, every Monday, 6 p.m. Pacific time, we have this show. And also, listen, who am I? My name is Christy Iwuchukwu, aka Lady Christy, CEO and founder of Chosen Path Global, helping new and aspiring women entrepreneurs unleash their confidence and rock their brilliance. It's about speak up, speak out, and gain confidence. Listen, this is a community that I really want you to be a part of. This is a platform where you get to speak your mind. You get to invite your friends to share in all the blessing. I bring experts every week to share tips and help you grow in your business. And today, I am so blessed to have one of my coaches join us today, coming all the way from Arizona, Dr. Marrian Efua. So who is she? You know, she doesn't really like to talk about herself, but I'm going to talk a little bit about herself today because she is trained by world-renowned Lisa Nicol. So you know she's trained by one of the best. Dr. Marrian Efua is the founder and chief executive of Marrian Efua Enterprises, a personal development company that assists individuals improve their beliefs, thoughts, patterns, so that they can experience an exponential existence. Please bring your pen, your paper, your iPad, and bring some water. Get ready, she's about to drop it. Marrian, welcome.
Hey, thank you for that, Christy. It is indeed a pleasure and an honor always to serve, and you are my sister. I may be your coach, but I also see you as my sister and my divine, equitable sister. So I'm so excited to be here with you on today, and with all of you that are going to be coming on. Those, whether you see it a replay or whether you see it live, I'm just honored to be able to share from my wealthy place, so that I can help you unleash the wealth that you have inside of you and bring it on out. So that's all I got to say right now, Christy.
All right, thank you so much. So today we're talking about mindset, money, and
mastery.
Thank you. I'm brain dead for a minute. We're talking about mindset, money, and mastery today.
Mm-hmm.
And you are an expert on this. So before we begin to talk about this, I want you, for those of us that don't know who you are, I want you to pull the curtain a little back and tell it all. How did you come to embrace your brilliance now? Has it always been that way for you? What can you share with that audience?
Yeah. You know, that's awesome that you just said that. That really kind of, that was first of all, let me say that was a nice question. It made me go, I want to say that I probably recognized my brilliance very early on in life, but it was smothered. It was smelted. It was not allowed to shine as much because people thought I was, you know, doing too much, or I thought I was all that, or no, I was told to calm it down because people doesn't like a person who's always, you know, knowing things and doing things. And why am I talking about things that most people are not talking about? And why am I curious about those things that most people are curious about? And as a Black African-American little girl growing up in the 70s, that kind of was a new thing. But I was always curious, always inquisitive, always thought something, didn't just take things the way they were. So it wasn't really until about 2009, 2008, 2000, late 2008, early 2009, when I really came to understand what my brilliance was, what my contribution was to be. And that was for me to share the message that there is more. Because so often I have been told that, that was too much. You can't have that. That's not available to you. That's not for you. It's not enough for everyone. So you got to sit back. So when I got the message, the internal message that told me that there was more, it was at that moment that I began to pen more and more of my thoughts and share them more openly with people, first via text messages and in conversations. And then ultimately in my first book, which was called Not My Reality, The Best Answer to Fear and Limitation. And then I went on to, begin to explore some options, and I met a really good friend, and they kind of put me in a room with Lisa Nichols. Had no idea who she was. Went ahead, had a conversation, watched her wow this place and tap parts of me that I knew that would make common sense, but before it had made me be isolated. So I met Lisa. Lisa talked to me. She put me on point, and I worked very hard to be able to work with her because I really trusted her and I valued what she was given. So that's how I began to know. When I found someone that was able to affirm what I already knew was brilliance, and then she helped me be able to harness it in such a way that I could share with others.
Wow. Being trained by Lisa Nichols, I cannot wait for you to bless us with so much. I know that you have learned over the years. So let's dive in deep into it. So we talk about mindset today. Whether we're talking about mindset of an entrepreneur or just mindset in general, we talk about fixed mindset, and we talk about someone not having a fixed mindset, a growth mindset or a fixed mindset. What are the differences between the two? And how does that impact our business?
Yeah, it impacts your entire life, Christy. That's one thing I want people to do is, first of all, don't separate your mindset from your career choice or your choice to be an entrepreneur or to be a parent or to be a spouse or to be a sister, a brother, a friend. Mindset is about a combination or a grouping of thoughts that are attached to feelings and emotions that form beliefs. And those beliefs are going to tell us how we're going to act, what we're going to accept, and then whether or not we're going to get through a certain result. So that's what mindset is. So that growth mindset you talked about allows us to be able to manage our thoughts in such a way and manage our emotions and place them in a way that allows us to do the actions to get the results that we really desire. Not just doing it in mouth service, but actually putting it in place to get the results that are measurable, not just the feeling. Because remember, I said it starts with the thought, then our emotions get involved. That's that feeling. And then we take an action or not take an action that's going to give us a result, usually the one that we don't want if we have a fixed mindset. But a growth mindset allows you to go from thought to managing your emotions around it, pushing past those that are fearful, that are non-productive, and doing an action that is getting you closer to the desired results that you want.
All right. So tell me, my target audience is mostly women. And as women, for most of us, is that lack of confidence and fear is one thing that holds us back from going after what they desire. Can you share with us or give us tips on how mindset play a big part for women in going after what they desire in life?
Oh, absolutely. Once you realize we have several paradigms as women, because a paradigm or your thoughts, right? This mindset that's been framed, it becomes a framework for our reality. Your words and your thoughts form these actions, and you start responding and reacting, usually more reacting than responding. So then as a result of that, we start believing in these different frameworks that keep us boxed in, that make us not want to go for the executive position, that tell us we shouldn't take a position that's going to require us to travel a lot, that we can't necessarily make a lot of money because it's going to alienate us from the possibility of having a mate. It may become something that is not ladylike, right? Girls don't choose those positions, those type of careers. And so we begin to incorporate all these messages. And let me tell you something, it didn't just happen when you turn, 4 or 5 years old. Your environment also contributed. Your environment contributed, your family contributed, society contributed by making things pink and blue, one for the girl and one for the boy. This is soft and for a girl, and this is hard, it's for a boy. So all of these interactions have caused us as women to want to downplay our brilliance, to want to minimize our confidence level. So we started questioning whether or not it was okay for us to get engaged in business, to get engaged in a sport, to become actively involved in a political situation, or be stratified about a religious construct or social construct that might have been diminishing to our role as women or limiting us as women. Because we don't want to be, let me just keep it real, we don't want to be bitch, but not the beautiful, intelligent, talented, compassionate human being. That's not the one that people usually call us when we are being that beautiful, intelligent, talented, compassionate human being. They want to call us the other word, the other definition. So as a result of that, we begin to minimize our beauty. We begin to minimize our intelligence. We begin to not share our talents. We begin not to be able to have compassion, but instead be put on these fake facades. And then we're not even human anymore. We're just rigid little people. Even when we produce our children, we feel a form of resentment. I don't know about y'all, but sometimes as mothers, we always want to say we love, but I know I went through a stage in my life when I had to say, do I really love my mother and my children? Or am I just saying this because this is what I'm expected to do? Like, how can I be authentic if I'm not even sure, if I'm just kind of rolling around on autopilot? So I did some soul searching, because I had to get rid of those messages that made me feel guilty for wanting to pursue a doctorate degree, for wanting to go and live in another country, for wanting to pursue some hierarchies in income and entrepreneurship, and talk differently than what the rest of my family, my community, my ethnic group was talking. Even my gender wasn't talking like I talk all the time. Some women were pretty harsh to me. So that's what happens, Christy, with our confidence. We take on all that onboarding that has been given to us from the time we were born. We take it on, and then it prevents us from being able to move in clarity with confidence where we're supposed to be, which is our original assignment that we had before we even got any of these titles, before we took on any of these other roles. We had an assignment.
You brought up a good point, and I think you and I can relate to this, and some of our audience, or most of our audience, at least, we are women. And so especially if you're coming from an old school, you were raised when as a woman, you're supposed to act in a certain way, right? And the thing is that acting in that certain way doesn't allow you to embrace everything about who you are. That's number one. But things have changed now where women are realizing that I can still be who I am. It doesn't mean I'm disrespectful to anyone. But like you said it so well, but you can find even other women looking at you like you are not supposed to be. This is not a way a woman is supposed to be, right? And that can even allow you to even dim your light more, where you go to the right, you're not appreciated. You go to the left, you're still not appreciated. You are with your own, you're still not appreciated, right? So talk about the challenges that you had to overcome. I know you are up high now.
Yeah,
I want somebody else who's looking at you. to
Yeah,
kind of take
I'll
us
tell
back.
you. As you know, I'm very transparent, Christy. As you know, I'm very transparent. I have no problem telling people that, my husband and I divorced. My family took on some alienation activities, excommunicated, didn't talk to me as much. I also had to lose some friends, some very close people, sisters, friends, brothers that I appreciated in my life. And I also had to go through financial ruins, and I had to rebuild myself. So those are all challenges. It doesn't mean that you're going to experience that. They may have a similar experience, but my experience might be unique. I'm not aware of that. But what I want you to understand is that Marrian sitting here talking to you today about mindset mastery and the mastery of that mindset, how it can just become an exponential effect on your money, on your relationships, on the type of contributions you make, on the confidence levels that you have, the type of people you draw onto you. So when I talk about losing a marriage that I was in from the time I was 13 to 33, when I talk about losing a home that had been my home for almost 19 years and I had to release it. I'm talking about being able to have family members that I loved and appreciated and thought I would never, ever not be able to depend upon them for support, didn't support me. Because again, I was violating what was comfortable for them, not them willing to be uncomfortable with me so that I could really be more of what they really want and need in their life. Because I was go back and realigning myself with my original assignment. And I tell people it's all about the original assignment. Your mindset, when you get a thought, when you get a vision, it comes as a result of you having enough courage to allow yourself to relax enough to get into what I call the mind of God, the eye of God, the mind of God, the divine level. So you get this vision, but then we have to come back down to this human level in order to manifest it in the physical. So when we get to this human level, which is the second or the middle layer, we have to remember that everyone is not able to get to that top level of visionary, that top level of being in the mind of God and accepting it and then bringing it back down and remembering what needs to be done. Instead of us trying to convince people, we need to learn how to implement and allow ourselves to see the resources that are available to make that vision a physical manifestation. So I'm going to break it down. I'm going to liken it to this. You've been asking for a car. You go Dorothy in the Wiz. She wants to go back home to Kansas. She the Tin Man, she the Lion, and who was the other one? The Scarecrow. They all run up there to the Wiz. They found out they get to the Wiz. The Wiz says, go get the golden slippers, the ruby slippers from Eveline. And they go with the intention of getting those rubies because they believe those ruby slippers are going to be the reason to give them everything they ever wanted. So they fight the monkeys. They go through the poppy seeds. They go through the Emerald City, not once, but twice. They end up killing Eveline, only to get back to the Wiz to give them the ruby slippers so that they can get what they want. So that means they didn't care what opposition came across them. They were willing and committed and determined to get back to the Wiz because that was where the wisdom and the vision and what they wanted was at. I hope y'all following me. So that meant for us, when we get a vision, when we have a calling on ourselves, when we recognize that, because a purpose is nothing more than your commitment to do what you are created and able to do very well, and you love doing it. That's all your purpose is. So when you get that vision and you come back down here and your spouse, your sister, your children, your spiritual leader, your parents, your co-workers all begin to give you and try to negate that. Mm-hmm. You have to be like Dorothy the Tin Man, Lion, and Scarecrow. You got to fight it off. You got to fight it off. When that fear starts rising inside of you, you got to flush it down the toilet like they did with Eveline. You got to be willing to go forward and understand that every part of who you are is required for you to bring that vision to fruition, because it's just not for you. It's just not for you. It is for all of us. We're waiting for you, and you're waiting for you too. And if you don't bring that vision to fruition, into manifestation, by taking the time to ignore the naysayers and begin to stay focused, 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 focus, focus, focus. Trust, trust, trust. Believe, believe, believe. And go, go, go. That's when you begin to have a manifestation. So whether you're a woman, whether you're a man, we all go through the same process. Why? Because we all, from the time we were born, had things spoken onto us and into our lives, and systems and environments put into place that we have to shake off. That we have to shake off daily. It's not there is no magic cure. When Christy works with confidence, I'm sure people come back. Why? Because there's something else. Once they get confidence in one area, they realize there's another area they need to work on.
Absolutely.
The same thing with me. It's okay. It's okay. But trust and believe that the manifestation, the power that lies right here in this mind. The mind is, remember that saying for the Negro College Fund? The mind is a terrible thing to waste, because the mind is more powerful than your brain. Your brain can function, but your mind will tell your cells to heal. Your mind will create the vision, the image in your mind that will tell your brain to send a synapses to make your hand draw that thing that's inside your mind.
Wow. So what would you think is the reason? We talk about mindset a lot, but at the same time, it eludes us. We talk about mindset every single time, but yet people have challenges. And some of you have heard me starting out when I talk about myself, and that was simply doing a video. I kid you not. It took me a couple of days, couple of months, simply put a video. I didn't say videos, a video, one video. When I finally decided to put that video on, upload it, guess what? I deleted the video, because for me, it wasn't up to par. It was an imperfect video, right? So I did the second video, and guess what? I was about to delete that second video, thinking maybe I am going to do the third one. If I do the third one will actually be better. Wow. Do you know that the second video I did was actually worse than the first video?
Yep.
And so in my mind, I was thinking, I've already spent all this time, days, months, trying to get the first one, the second one, and now I have to delete it to do a third one. And what makes me think that the third one will be better than the first and the second video? I decided to put that imperfect video, upload that imperfect video. But that imperfect video saved my life. It saved my life, even though after I put it on, I didn't want to go back and look at it again, because I was terrified about people's comments, who's gonna like it and who's not gonna like it. But what really encouraged me was an inbox from somebody who saw the imperfect video, that would allow that person to do the same. That's all it took. If I hadn't uploaded that video, I don't know that I would be talking to you today. And so mindset plays a big part. How, from working with different people on mindset, what can you share with us on how to negate all the negativities and get the best of what we're called to be?
Yeah, I'll share something that I share a lot with people. It's called mind scripting. And anyone who emails me at marian@efuaspeaks.com. I'll make sure you get a copy. But it's called mind scripting. And it is a daily process that you have to go through. See, the conscious mind is constantly seeing and hearing things, and we've got emotions, right? Remember I talked about the emotions. So our feelers are out. So when we see someone that reminds us of a situation or a story, our subconscious can say, don't go over there, don't talk to that person, right? So now what I've learned is that I practice something called mind scripting, and it's not brand new because I saw someone doing something similar, but this is what I began to do. I begin to, every morning when I wake up, I first and foremost meditate and do my thing, and because meditation is listening, prayer is asking. So I did those two things. And then I started writing down, what did I want to happen today? It's more than it's an affirmation, but it's more about specifically focus. Remember I said, I focus, I focus, I focus. What do you want? Not what you don't want to happen. What do you want, and what needs to change? What needs to adjust? What needs to occur? What do you need to be brought to you? So for instance, for me, because I'm vegan, and I like to eat, which as a vegan, sometimes you can get caught up eating a lot of starchy stuff. I love biscuits and gravy because like that's still vegan. And I make vegan mafe. It's like peanut stew. It's an African dish. I still make it, right? Because it has veggies. I just don't put the meat. I just don't put the meat in it, right? Well, I put vegan meat. But so I had to make myself some affirmations. I wanted to release some weight, right? And I wanted to be committed to my physical transformation process, right? That I wanted to commit to. So I would write things like, biscuits and gravy are a great treat for all the hard work that I do throughout the week. Do you see now? So I say, oh, you can't have biscuits and gravy. So then I found myself only eating biscuits and gravy on Saturday mornings or Sunday. I am so grateful and I'm so honored that today I will earn $100 in sales, period. Do you see the difference in saying, I am a great salesperson? No, I'm not a great, no. Because like, that's some other stuff you got to work through. But you say it for what you want. And you go through that list and you don't do more than 10, because you know how some of us do. We're going to write out the whole dictionary. No. 5 things to focus on. You look at that list of 10, and then you consciously try to focus on 5 all the time. Like for me, because there was a time in my life when I had to really get my money stuff in order, which is why I'm very good at talking about money, right? Because I came up comfortable, but then I lost it all, and then I had to figure out what did I do wrong. So I say things like, I am an excellent money manager. Money and I have a very positive and loving relationship. Do you see the difference then? I am money, or money is great for me. I forget affirmations people say. So the mind scripting is about re-scripting your mind from the things that are going to trip you out throughout the day. Everyone in my work environment is wonderful. Everyone in my work environment gets along, we communicate, and all is well. Doesn't matter what the physical is, it's what you begin to train your mind to see. What you say, your mind begins to search for. So if you're searching for a work environment to be peaceful and calm, then you must speak it. So a man thinketh, that shall he be. The power of life and death is in the power of the
tongue. That's right. That's right.
So we have to begin to understand it's just not a chant. It is an actual manifestation state that we're going for. And then at the end of the night, you take that little piece of paper out. I usually take like one of those little, I keep like a little notebook. I don't know how to describe it. It looks like this. I can't find it right now. I don't have it by me. But it's about the size of this. And literally, I can stick it inside. I can stick it inside and keep it. And I just pull it out. I pull it out, you know, the midday. I do it right in the morning times after I'm done meditating and praying. I pull it out and read it then. I might do it midday. I might do it, you know, late, early evening, and then I do it again before I go to bed. And then I mark off those things that happen. Did I have a great day? Always, because a great day is my choice. I choose to have a great day. So you don't have to have a great day. And you may not like the fact that I'm having a great day, but I will have a great day every day. And that puts an energy. Remember, we're all energy. We're all vibrating energy. Everything. That's why the molecules stay together. Molecules stay together because they're, even something solid is vibrating so fast, you can't even see it. But it's holding the molecules together. So that's what I want to introduce. Christy, is the mind scripting program. Getting up in the morning, writing down 5 to 10 things that you want to happen that day. Things that you want to remind yourself of. I am so excited that I've released 2 pounds today. I am so excited that I meet wonderful, great people that can become clients or part of my network that adds value. I am so wonderfully engaged and excited to be talking before hundreds of people this week. Now, will it always occur? No, but you're speaking that which you would desire to see into your conscious mind. So subconsciously, the emotion begins to come with it. Does that make sense for everyone?
That makes a lot of sense. So writing something and carrying it and looking at it every day, your goals or what you want happen, really goes into your subconscious mind.
Absolutely, it does. And that's the retraining part. That's the reconditioning part. And you know, it's kind of like when people say they read their holy scriptures, whatever that is, their holy scriptures, or they, you know, they say these mantras, right? It's because when you're doing that, your body gets used to that. Again, it's frequency, it's energy, it's the spirit, right? It's all of that. And it allows you to be able to manifest more. It creates the environment. Remember, before we had an environment where we felt guilty, we felt shame, we felt fear, we felt worry, we felt doubt, we felt like we were disappointing someone. So now we have to replace that. When I choose to say no, it's not hurting anyone. It's actually helping me. Saying no, this is one of mine. Saying no is helping me help others to grow. Saying no is me helping others to grow. Why is that? Because when I say no to you, you're forced to go and look for other options to get that task done.
Wow, that's a very positive way to put it.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
not look at it is in a negative way, like you don't want to help, but you're actually saying helping no to you allows you to seek for options to get it done, rather than being dependable on someone else.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I believe in that. I believe in that wholeheartedly. And that's the mastery of the mindset. And that's why I say once you master your mindset, your entire life becomes exponential existence. You're no longer limited and bound by these ideologies that are minimalist. You're not afraid to talk to people. You're not thinking that people are out to get you. You're not worried about someone judging you because you are very confident and aware that you are just enough. Matter of fact, you're more than enough, which is why they keep saying you're too much, and you just go with the flow. You just keep going. Let them bite what they can bite and let them keep going. Because you have an assignment that may or may not include them more or as long as they were in your path.
And that's a very tough situation because sometimes those people can actually be family members and it can be friends that you've had for a very long time, and letting go becomes very difficult. I know I had to do the same thing when I was starting out. It wasn't easy, but you know what? People get used to it. They can call you names, and you know, I've always said misery loves misery, but they'll get used to it. And sometimes you just have to, after a while, look up after yourself. And when they know that it is what it is and no other way, they will get used to it. So,
you know my thing, Christy, I'm going to talk about the oxygen mask. You know, that's my thing, right?
Yes.
So I'm going to end with this, because I think you said we had like 30 minutes. I'm going to end here, and I'll end with the oxygen mask. It's not new. If you've ever flown a plane, they tell you the following: in the event of a loss in cabin pressure, oxygen mask will fall from the top of the plane. Please put the oxygen mask on yourself, even if you are traveling with sick, elderly, or children, before attempting to help others. Anyone dare to guess why? Since we're all muted, I'll tell you. It's because if you're the most healthiest, if you're the smartest, the strongest, if you're the one that understands who can maneuver the best, we don't want you passing out from a lack of oxygen. We want you to be viable. We want you to be shining. We want you to be strong. We want you to be able to pick up someone, to drag someone. We want you to be able to yell out help in the strongest voice. That's why. Martyrism is over. That's why it didn't last very long. There's no need for a martyr anymore. There's only a need for you to be uniquely who you are. And that is the greatness that you look at every morning. Whether it's aged, whether it's grown in size, whether it's shrunken in height, whether it's beginning to get wrinkles, whether it's beginning to go back to school, start a business, whether it's going through a divorce, been through a divorce, whether no one speaks to you, you lost your best girlfriend, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you, I repeat, Y-O-U, understand that you are 100%, absolutely, positively, unequivocally, unapologetically, exactly on the right path to go to where you have to be. We just have to do a little mind scripting, a little practice, and make some adjustments in our environment. And then you will have an exponential existence, which is being fulfilled in your relationships, in your decision-making, by making real choices, by allowing yourself to put some patterns and release some old habits and replace them with new habits that allow you to have financial freedom. Absolutely, positively, that's so it is. I know that it feels weird. It is. But guess what? You just zoom right through it. You know how when we were younger, we might get a spanking? I don't know about y'all, but when I got a spanking, I know, look, I'm using a nice word. We called it whoopings back when I was getting them, okay? You got a whooping, okay? And you know, sometimes they make you stand still because you're not supposed to run, because you run, you get it more. So you stand still while they pop you a couple of times and you just be dancing.
I think we're dating ourselves now.
Yes, right.
I just want to follow up with one more question.
Yes, ma'am.
Help us tie in mindset, the part of mindset and money.
Oh,
how we all go together.
Yeah, it's the same thing as it is when you're looking at your personal self, right? And you're looking at your relationships. As I said, we got messages about money. We got messages about banks. We got messages about dollars and rich people and wealthy people. We got messages about poor people, right? So based upon all this messaging and our experiences, we are going to behave and think. We're right back. Your thoughts, your emotions start. Some of y'all, I can feel it. Y'all like, what? Right? Some of our religious communities have given us messages. Right? I was just recently in an event and a young woman told me she was Navajo and that they are taught that you want to stay within the 4 mountains and not travel and not have a lot because you want to be a minimalist. And she said, and as a result of that, people are dying and people are miserable and people are poor. So they have this negative relationship with money. Money is a tool. Money is a servant. And you have to tell it what to do. You have to build a relationship with money because if you don't understand it, it won't understand you and it's going to leave you and not come along. It's going to come around and throw itself at you and then walk right away. And as women, I'm sure you've had a guy, I don't know, but maybe I'm dating myself. I had a man I thought I was in love with. I gave him some, he disappeared on me 2 months later. Right? So that's how money will do you. When you say money goes through your hand really fast, that's what you're talking about. That's because you have chosen to place money in a category that is not the same vibration as you, the same thought as you. You create the thought that attracts this money to you. But if money comes to you and you see it as something evil, something dirty, something unnecessary, an overkill, it's going to change you. It should change you. It should make you more of a philanthropist. It should make you have more peace. You should change and have more peace. You should change and have more time. You should change and be able to show other people how to do the same. So yeah, change is inevitable. We don't wear a size 2 anymore. We can't fit the famous outfit we loved when we were 11 years old or 7 years old. I can't ride my tricycle anymore very well.
Well, Marrian, thank you so much. We can go on. I know you still have
girl, you have me going.
Download. And what she didn't tell you, she's also a minister. She is very modest. She doesn't like to talk about herself. But Marrian, listen, I gotta bring you back. I have got to bring you back because I know you have so much to talk about. But audience, we are still listening to Dr. Marrian Efua. Again, please be sure to join us every Monday. And next Monday, I have Dr. Ruben West is coming to town. So be sure to join us next Monday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But now, what can you share with our audience on how they can contact you and get some help? What do you have? I know you have a conference coming on. So can we go ahead and talk?
Yeah, I just want to invite all of you to come out to the Success Masters Sister Summit. This is our 4th year. It's an intimate environment, and we really work on you. We work on our mindset. We work on our money. We work on relationships. We get the 411 for the questions that we always want to ask. You know, you go to a conference and you want to ask these questions. Well, we do that. We allow you to have that opportunity. So it's going to be March 16th and 17th here in Phoenix, Arizona. I'm actually in Surprise, but we're going to be in Phoenix, the 16th and the 17th. And you are welcome to come and be a part of us in that room. Now listen, and I mean what I said. You are welcome to come and be a part of our room, because one of the things I do at the Success Masters Summit is I gift people a ticket. Now here's the difference. You can be in the room, but when it comes to specialized opportunities, that needs to require a VIP ticket. And you're probably saying, oh man, I knew it was a catch. Well, the catch is that this, when you invest in yourself, the dividends never stop coming. So we have a special VIP sessions that are going to be happening where you get a chance to talk one-to-one with myself and the other coaches and trainers that are going to be there. You get to join us in a private conversation, not once, but twice, where you're actually able to hone in and ask us those burning questions, to get some laser coaching right there on the spot, to get those answers so that when you walk out that door Saturday night, you are able to implement and start making some changes, because that is what's part of manifestation of your vision. So with that, again, March 16th and 17th in Phoenix, Arizona, the Success Masters Summit. That's where we're going to be at the airport, Phoenix Marriott. And all you have to do is you have to message me. No, I'm going to give you my email because Lisa's going through my email. Send me an email. Oh, she's telling me no. She said, have you text me. 480-269-1038. Text the word confidence, and you will have a ticket to the Success Masters. And if you would like to VIP, Christy, should I give them the deal I gave y'all?
Okay, why not? Thank you so much. Go ahead.
And to VIP, instead of it being $397 for you, it would be $99. But you have to move because, you know, we have to get our count in, right? Because of some of the special things we're doing. So if you want to be a part of us and you want to join us for VIP, it's going to be $99. You just need to text the word confidence to 480-269-1038, 480-269-1038. Text the word confidence, and you will have yourself a ticket to the Success Master Summit. And don't forget to also, anyone who texts me will also get a copy of Mind Script. I will send that over to you, give you the white page to let you know, that little ebook that tells you how to mind script.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I adore you. I can't wait to see you at the conference. And audience, Audience, be sure to contact Dr. Marrian Efua. And again, please go ahead and join me next Monday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can also follow me on Twitter at Rock Brilliance at Twitter, and Instagram at rockyourbrilliance.com.
Yes.
And now,
thank you, Christy.
thank you, everybody.
Thank you, my love.